This video brought to you in part by these fantastic Patreons. Patreons are the lifeblood and the backbone of this channel and help with cool things like the giveaway in the description. But let's get into the video. Greetings, Masters, and welcome to the channel. I am the Shotgun Shogun. So we have the OG Arthur, the prototype, if you will. This tall blonde bombshell is going to clock in at 12,465 attack and 13,975 HP at level 90. While this does put his attack at the top of all Sabers currently in the game, both NA and JP, sharing this spot with Sigurd, his HP does put him near the bottom of the list, even being surpassed by Siegfried. His 2 Buster, 2 Arts, 1 Quick deck is, well, the same as almost every other Saber save for Musashi and Okita. He does come with 3 hits on the Quick, 2 on the Arts, and 1 on the Buster, which is only slightly better than his female version, who only has 2 hits on her Quick. Star Absorb 100 with a star generation of 10. His NP gain on attack is 0.84% and 3% on defense. This is actually a bit worse than his female form, who has 102 star weight with a 0.86 NP gain. Very small, I know, but still ekes out the win there. His art cards will be snagging around 6.72% NP gauge in the first slot, 9.24 if followed up in the second slot. A Buster Arts will net you 10% on that third attack and 21.84% overall. His NP generation's not amazing, but if you are going for pure NP gain, Quick Arts will net you about 34% gauge and 8 to 14 stars, which realistically isn't too bad overall. But then again, they can't all be Okita. The skills, ready to be bored to tears? Well, here we go. Mana Burst A, your super typical Buster increase, 30 to 50% on a 5-turn cooldown at rank 10, pretty much the same as his female self, Instinct. Really wish that they would get rid of this skill. 5 to 15 instant stars on a 5-turn cooldown at rank 10, same as Artoria, but at least hers gets an upgrade in the future. However, where they differ is charisma. Where Artoria has charisma B, Arthur is rocking gigantic beast hunting. Yeah, buddy, for all of those gigantic beasts that you're gonna be hunting. Though, to be fair, this does work against Summer BB, King Protea, and Kiara, so do make sure that you note that for the future if you do want to run him against them. But there are more large enemies in the game: Dragons, Spriggans, some of the Nobus, Demon Pillars, some Onis, and some of the demon boars of some variety. So there are a few, but oftentimes they are single targets, which, even though you do get 100% damage against them, it's very, very niche. The real upside to this, though, is the 20% NP gain. So while you wait for Artoria to get her rank up and finally fix her instinct, you have it available on Arthur. Now, Arthur's NP does edge out Artoria's, though, in my opinion. Where Artoria increases her own NP gauge, Arthur increases his NP damage. However, to be fair, Artoria does get a rank up quest for her NP, increasing it by a flat 100% across the board. So after you do that, Arthur's does fall a bit flat again. At base, they both do 300 to 500% damage. Arthur's overcharge, though, increases NP damage by 10 to 50% based on overcharge. So at base, you will do more with Arthur, considering the Buster buff and NP damage are multiplicative. Although, so is Charisma and Buster. But if you're up against a giant, though, haha, there you go, say bye-bye to that bad boy. Oh, wait, that's right, I almost forgot his passives, mostly because there's not really that amazing. Magic Resistance A and Riding B is pretty much a copy-paste of Artoria's. I do wish, though, that both of them had something else to add in there. I will say, though, that the 20% debuff resist is fairly nice. The 8% on Quick, though, is really not going to be doing much with his deck. His Ascension materials are fairly reasonable, with Proofs and Dragon's Fangs being the heavy investments. His skills, however, are really pricey. To be fair, though, Artoria's are not much better. 44 Proofs, 30 Metals, 15 Lanugos, and 10 Roots per skill is a tall order for a lot of just Alright, skills. I would suggest leveling Mana Burst and then Giant Hunter, leaving Instinct for last. For CEs, I would suggest running things like Holy Knight Supper if you want to work off of the NP gauge increase, crit stars, and that extra NP damage. Heroine Ellie Chan's Adventure is also another solid pick. Increased Buster performance and NP damage. If you want to go with just straight Buster damage, there's always limited 0 over, and for NP damage you can go with the Black Grail. For upcoming CEs, however, do take a look at Sukumihara Student Council that comes with the Seraph event. This increases both Buster and Arts performance, which benefits his mixed deck very well and helps with his pretty mediocre NP gain. You also have Battle Olympia coming with this year's Nero Fest, which is 10% to Arts and Buster with a 60% starting NP gauge, which means that with just Arthur's 3rd skill maxed and a Hogwarts Mystic Code, you can drop an NP turn 1. Not really going to go too much into who to team him up with because, well, it would really be the same as most Buster focused servants. Merlin, Waver, Hans are all solid supports, but let's talk about Arthur. Overall, Arthur is really nothing special unless you're up against a large enemy. Without that on the field, he's pretty much just an Artoria without charisma. There's not really too many reasons to bring Arthur over Artoria or alter Saber or Mordred. The upsides are if you are going up against giant enemies, he will absolutely shine. He's also husbando AF. Personally, as a collector, I will roll for him, but with Okita coming up, I would definitely suggest saving for her because she will definitely be future-proof. She's already amazing now, but she just becomes even more amazing once Scotty hits the table. Really, I would like to see more on him, but honestly, there's not too much more to talk about. He's a very niche Artoria, but if he is the prize of your eyes, absolutely bring him home because he is cute AF. The other thing, too, is you get those chances at Talk on the Hot Sands, which is actually, in my opinion, the prize of this gacha in the first place. I would actually suggest potentially rolling on the dual rate up if there's another servant that you want and you're kind of on the fence. If you get the other rate up servant, great. If you get Proto Arthur, fantastic. But really, in my opinion, the only reason to roll for him is for husbando reasons. So there you have it. Hopefully, if you do like him, you roll for him and you get him. If you don't, let me know what you are saving for in the comments down below. But I would like to take this time to thank all the Patreons who help make this channel possible. You are really the husbandos that I'm looking for. If you would like to join them, there is a link down in the description. But if you would like to help out the channel, just hit that subscribe button, smash that bell notification, and make sure you check it again because YouTube likes to unsubscribe people and unbell notification people. But drop me a like and a comment, and I will catch you next time. Take it easy, Masters. Peace.